everybody today? Just a couple things. I just want to say something about Jennifer and Jack. I don't know if you guys know Jennifer and Jack, but Elizabeth from our church came to us with a huge problem and talked to my wife, and then Jen and Jack got involved. Something wrong with the mic? But anyways, she had a huge problem at her house with stuff and hoarding, and those guys, we took up a collection on Sunday. We don't take up collections at our church, but we took up a collection specifically to get a dumpster or 2 or 3 or 4 or how many we were going to need. And then several people jumped in and helped, but Jen coordinated it. Sue helped coordinate this, and we helped this lady out of a huge problem with her city. I talked to the city manager, and I talked to their chief code enforcement officer, and then one of their other code enforcement officers came to the church as well. So we talked to several people from the city, and she was at the point of losing her house. And so a bunch of people, especially the kids from our church, there was a handful of teenagers that stepped up, and I think we filled up more than 3 dumpsters of stuff.
So far.
The roll-off dumpster so far, and cleared it out of her property. If you guys seen the news reports, it was pretty bad. But it doesn't matter where it started or how it got there or whatever. The fact is, people from our church stood up and got involved. It was dirty and nasty, but they just did it out of a labor of love. And we're the hands and feet of Jesus. And a lot of people say they're the hands and feet of Jesus, but don't get our hands dirty. Don't get involved. I don't want to lift a finger, kind of thing. And this was just a practical way of helping somebody in a super bad situation. So I just want to applaud the people from our church. The Macomb Daily actually has a positive story about it. There were literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of negative comments. How could somebody live like that? How did it get that way? And it doesn't matter. You have to deal with the issue as it is, and this is where you're at, and so where do you go from here, and how do you help somebody, and how do you bless somebody? And this is a pretty nice story. They give Pastor Curtis more credit than I deserve in the article, but the bottom line is...
Go ahead, read the article to people.
Oh, it's pretty lengthy, but I have the article. We can make copies of it. Yeah, God's here. But whoa, this really sounds bad. So it was just amazing to me that so many people stood up and made this happen. The city is super pleased with us. The city manager, Dennis Champagne from the city of Centerline, he's just amazed that we could even get it done in like a few days. And amazing work, and it's just God that made it all possible. And
Amen.
so kudos to everybody that helped. Kudos to our teens.
We're not finished yet.
And we're not finished. We got a long way to go. Most of the outside debris is dealt with, but there's still issues that still have to be dealt with inside and such. But we're not out of the woods with this situation, but we made a ton of headway and progress, and we'll stay on it until we get the whole issue resolved. And so I just want to thank everybody that played a part. Motor City Dumpster donated the dumpster. Another company, Jarson Dumpsters, they donated several dumpsters and also provided some manpower as well, free of charge. And
Amen.
just to clean the outside, I think the estimate was like way into the 5 figures, like thousands and thousands of dollars. And so she didn't have the money to do it, so the fact that it got done and happened is absolutely amazing. And You know, so many people were quick on their fingers. The evil people with evil hands and evil fingers. You know, type all kinds of disparaging, negative, nasty stuff online. But, you know, the bottom line is, all those people never stepped up and did anything. You know, anybody can throw insults and ridicule and harass people, but you know what? You get a choice. These hands, you can use those fingers for evil, or you can use those fingers for good. You know, you can use these hands for evil, you can use these hands for good. You get a choice just like everything else. And, you know, I was thinking on the way over here, you know, the saints that helped, they didn't have the evil hands of all the naysayers and the negative, nasty people that posted stuff. They had holy hands, and they're the saints of God that just did a wonderful thing. And like I said, kudos to Jen and kudos to Sue. And I got to give you guys some marital advice today too, and that's not even the topic I want to talk about today. You know, when you marry, marry somebody that you have to marry up to. Marry somebody that loves you no matter what. Marry somebody that wants to work together and make the things that you're working on reality. I have the best wife in the world. I have the best wife that God could ever have given me. And, you know, the majority of what we do at this church, it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Sue. And so, you know, she makes a difference in people's lives. She tells me I'm the unsung hero because when we pulled up to the church, we pulled up to this house the other day, the news crews came and they wanted to talk to somebody, and it's like, who are they going to talk to? Well, Pastor will. They'll interview Pastor on the news. You might have seen the stories on CBS Detroit or 7 News or whatever. Several news people wanted to talk to somebody, and our sweet Elizabeth was too embarrassed to go on camera, and she didn't want to talk, but she did eventually. But it is what it is. But you know, my wife said, well, Curtis likes to just get the news story part, and he doesn't do the work. the publicity part, so it's just funny, but
You're the
it's
face
all
of
good.
harvest time.
But you know, she made it all work. It just was a huge blessing to her. The story that the Macomb Daily did was a very positive story. She has a court date coming up in September. I'll go to court, and I personally know the judge. And I talked to the city manager and told him prosecuting this lady and trying to take her house isn't going to bless her at all. We'll continue to help her and do whatever we can as a church to help her and bless her. And so the city has pretty much agreed to just not proceed with whatever they were going to do legally with the house. So we're going to continue to try to get it in shape and make it all work for her. And, you know, I just thank everybody that did it, but that's what I want to say.